What's up, YouTube? This is Mesmerizing B. I am back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified every single time I drop that new content. Now, with that being said, just left the Usher and the Chris Brown concert. Voice is gone. Had some drinks. I just want to get up here and critique it and talk about it. So, currently in the hotel room, but I would say good concert. I've been to 3 Chris Brown concerts in a row so far. I've never seen Usher in my whole life. He went to Vegas and he performed, but he never had a concert where, people could come. He never went on tour. There we go. Excellent. Top notch. Literally at the end of the concert, he put on a crown to let people know that he is the king. Now, with that being said, I want this video to let people know, if you did not go to the concert, which it looked like everybody went to this concert, there's a difference between an entertainer and an R&B artist. So Usher's the R&B artist. Chris Brown is an entertainer. It was hot out there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my energy level normally is on 100. I might have been a 65. It was so hot, y'all. It was so hot. And I understand that the football games are in September, so they have to, get in where you fit in. They sold out, so many people, but it was really hot. And I think that heat just downplayed it just a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. But Usher, he was kind of like, I will say, like, in my opinion, that he was kind of like a Lauryn Hill, where he only had to come out with that one album, Confessions, and he don't have to speak no more or say nothing to anybody else. When he put that crown on, getting back to that, at the end of the concert, he let people know that he was the king. Truth be told. But the actual momentum, the hype, the song after song, I'm gonna have to give it to Chris. Usher has hits, don't get me wrong, but Chris Brown entertains. He comes through flying, flipping, dipping, licking, okay? Chris Brown does it. Usher, don't get me wrong, he was twirling them hips tonight, okay? They did a verses towards the end that was excellent, and I felt like they saved the best for last. Now, just from my childhood, I will have to say they brought out Bow Wow, and that did it for me. Okay, you might not be a fan, but I'm a big fan, okay? Like Mike, Lil Bow Wow was all me, okay? I think I was 9 when Lil Bow Wow started. Like, I grew up with Usher too, because I was 3 when he came out with My Way in 95. I got my history. But super happy when Bow Wow came. He just did one song, and that was it. That's all I needed. Mario. He did 3 songs for me. My opinion. But that's his number 1 song, or his top-notch song. Sorry, I got the TV on. Let me bring that down. So his number 1 song, or his top-notch song, was How Do I Breathe? That's one of them. But it just wasn't my favorite. But he played the other 3, which was Just a Friend, Let Me Love You, and Crying Out For Me. That did it. Like, that little piece that they added to the middle of the concert was needed, was enjoyed. Who else came? Eric Bellinger. He came midway, not really midway, but he was more towards the front of the concert. I don't know any of his songs, but his piece was receptive. Everybody loved it. I see this piece sticking over. One addition that I talked about and they actually brought out and just showed his face and played his song was The Baby, because we were located in North Carolina and this is his state. So I thought that was like a real good piece for them to throw out just for that appearance, okay? All my Usher fans, all my Chris Brown fans, tell me, drop down below in the comments, which part was your favorite? I think that all of it was great, but I do believe, I know this might be controversial, that Usher is an R&B artist and Chris Brown is an entertainer. Now, with that being said, I do know that Chris Brown is 10 years younger than Usher. But I just feel like I've been to like 3 Chris Brown concerts and I haven't been to an Usher concert. But I just feel like Chris Brown, I gotta give it to them. That boy, he's an it factor. Usher's an it factor too, but he's known off of his hits. Usher ain't gotta do too much. Let's put it like that. He ain't got to do too much. Now, when Chris Brown gets older, are we still going to want those flips and turns and stuff? Yeah, probably, because that's what we used to. Usher don't have to do that. He just literally, y'all, he did his tick tonight. And when he do the, okay, keep up. That's all he had to do. And that was enough for us. But that's just, my little 2 cents. My voice is going out. It's late. 3, 4, too many drinks later. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. Make sure every time you follow, comment, share, tell a friend. Like, it's Mesmerized B. And we out. R&B tour. Let's go.